Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your July 2018 general readings. Thank you so much for joining us here today, and welcome to any newcomers. Thank you for all your support, feedback, and comments, and your likes and shares and subscribes, and a big thank you to all of my clients out there, both regular and new, for all the busyness with the personal one-on-one readings. Always an honor and a pleasure to read for all of you. If any of you are interested in any personal one-on-one reading with me, you can get more information and my contact details by clicking on the About button on my YouTube channel's homepage, and also by clicking on the description bar of all the videos that I post. You can email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. Turnaround time is pretty fast because I do readings full-time, 5 to 6 days a week. It is what I do. So I can usually get back to you within the first 24 hours of your initial contact. And scheduling a reading live or recorded can be anywhere from a few days upwards of a couple of weeks, but almost always within a 2-week period of time or so we can set one up for you. I do a wide variety of readings in all areas of life, including channeled messages, work, career, and finance, love and romance, chartings for relationships, and 6 and 12-month overviews and gift readings too. So send me an email if you're interested and we will go from there. So moving into this reading, this is for the water sign of Cancer, Cancer the crab, for the month of July 2018. For additional clarification, watch your rising and your moon sign videos as well if you know them. General readings always will resonate a little differently for everybody watching in the details and specifics of what's going on in your life, although the energy and advice always remains the same. All right, Cancerians, let's see what's in store for you for July. We begin with the Devil, followed by the Three of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Cups, followed by the Moon, the Three of Wands, followed by the Empress, and the King of Pentacles, followed by the Page of Pentacles. From the bottom of the deck, your overall energy, focus, and guidance is the Two of Cups. So your overall energy and focus for July 2018 is the Two of Cups, which is often considered the soulmate card. It does represent a beautiful union, or the opportunity for a beautiful union between two things. Fundamentally, it can be two people in love and romance, best friends, which maybe might be transitioning into something else. It can also represent, in business, it can represent the union of two companies. It's a union that works out in a multitude of ways that's more than just what's tangible and obvious. For love and romance, this is more than just this is a karmic connection. This is more than just a meeting, more than just a physical, chemical attraction. This is a meeting of the mind, the heart, the soul, the spirit, seeing things in a lot of the same ways. It represents a union that's mutually beneficial in more than just tangible, visible ways as well, or an opportunity for that, because the Ace, which precedes this, is about the heart opening up again, or new love and romance. So the Two of Cups is a union of two things. For a lot of you, it's probably going to be, your focus is going to be on relationship, on a primary relationship in your life, or the opportunity, maybe within a newly developing relationship, or the opportunity with this karmic connection you have with this other person or situation, to take it, to continue with it, make a decision you want to move forward with it. Because for those of you who are not in relationships, this could be in, business, work, and career as well, or it could be a relationship that's not, romance based as well. So it looks like, I feel like kind of the theme of this reading for July, Cancerians, is about working through things and getting some balance and learning how to balance things within your life, learning how to create stability in your life. And I feel like there's been some real challenges and rocky times for you the last few months for a lot of you, particularly within your home, family, relationships, some of you too, relationships to money, and all of those things have kind of affected everything else. And so I think there's been some lessons learned on all sides, and I think it's about kind of working together with another person or situation that you're showing to have a karmic connection to in order to achieve balance. That's actually how we open the month. We end June, go into July with the Devil and the Three of Pentacles. The Devil is about imbalance. If temperance is about the perfect expression of balance, then the devil is about the imperfect expression of imbalance. It can represent, a lot of things like addictions, toxic relationships, negativity, strong vices or temptations. It represents anything that we do to excess. So it's a sense of significant and profound imbalance. Now it's clarified by the Three of Pentacles, which is a card about teamwork, compromise, negotiation. It's about the successful, meeting our small goals successfully in order to create something. Some of you may be working with your partner and maybe another person or a group of people in trying to accomplish something. It's a card of teamwork, and in other tarot decks, the artwork of this card, there's often another person or persons portrayed, because this is not an I card, there's a we card. It's about everybody kind of building something, agreeing that something needs to be accomplished, something to be built, a project that needs to be finished, a goal that you have within a relationship or a situation. And while everybody might have their own views and opinions, they all agree on one thing. And I think for you, Cancer, it's about coming to what I feel is the end process of resolving something, a conflict in your life, and I think in a few other people's lives as well. And that requires kind of working together. Even if people have different ideas, I feel like there may be some hurt feelings involved here, but compromise and negotiation in order to accomplish something that everybody agrees needs to be accomplished, even if there's other things going on, requires a sense of balance, a sense of teamwork, and kind of working together. And I've kind of felt this for the last month too for a lot of signs. I feel like there's been some conflict between you and a significant relationship in your life, whether that's been love and romance or a friend, or I think for some of you, I picked up that there was a situation with your primary relationship that involved maybe another person or other people, and there was conflict around it. This could be for some of you in home and family system, like in family dynamics. It could be in a work environment as well. So it looks like, I feel like we're going through, I feel like the worst part of it, or the most difficult and challenging part, is behind you. So ending June and going into July, there's a sense of trying to kind of work together to overcome this imbalance and this toxicity from the past. And the rest of this reading is kind of like that process of doing that and how that works. So we have the Ten of Cups and the Moon next. The Ten of Cups is the happily ever after card, the happy home card. Tens represent in the tarot, tens represent culmination and achievement. Getting to a point where you feel things have finally kind of come together. You're at a place where everything is going fairly well. We're not talking about perfection here or the actual fairy tale, but we're talking about being in a place where everything seems to fit together really well, and you feel like things are working in unison and harmony. The Ten of Cups, cups is water energy, and in the tarot, that's emotional energy. It's emotions, feelings, relationships, and this card has a strong attachment to home and family, so it represents family, your home, the peace and stability and harmony of your family and home. It can represent marriage, childbirth as well. And so whatever that means in terms of family and home for you, again, this is a general reading, so it's going to resonate differently depending on what's going on in everybody's lives who are watching it. But it could mean, creating this sense of stability and overcoming these difficulties in a together kind of way, everybody kind of moving forward in the same direction. It could be for some of you, what that home and family is could be just one primary relationship. It could be your family dynamics with other people. This also could be within a work environment as well. But I feel like there's quite a strong emotional connection to it. So even for those people who are not for whom this resonates, but it's not in a romantic situation, it is more about your own, it can be just the peace and stability of your own being in the place that you're in your life and in your home as well. So it's a happy home card. The culmination of things kind of working together where you finally have peace and stability. Now it's accompanied by the Moon card, which is a card that asks us to kind of look at things and examine things and maybe go quite deep sometimes. Sometimes I get a very similar feeling from the Moon as I do about strength, which is about kind of looking at our shadowy side, facing our fears, doubts, insecurities, demons, wrestling with our demons. And we have that devil here, you know, which can represent temptations, vices, things we do to excess which are not good for us, which harm us. The moon can sometimes call us to look, you know, in the little shadowy corners and hidden nooks, because that's what we often see when the moon shines. There's a lot of hidden places. So kind of looking at those things, examining them, and like the Strength card, to not be afraid to look at those, but examine them as well. So again, I feel like this is a process. I feel like there's been a lot of lessons learned on your part and on the part of everybody who's been involved in whatever this conflict or difficult situation or relationship has been. And I feel like you're being asked to kind of look at, okay, what has your part been in this? And I feel like there's been some lessons learned, and they're continuing to, and in creating more of a sense of balance and peace and harmony out of this conflict. It's about looking at the parts that we have all played in it, and maybe examining where we've made poor decisions or bad decisions, or maybe in retrospect looking and saying, you know, maybe next time I'll do this a different way. Or, you know, it causes us to, particularly within our home and family system, the moon clarifies the 10 of Cups. So, you know, you're being asked to look at what's real, to look maybe, you know, in the little shadowy corners and hidden nooks of, you know, whatever has been causing this instability and discord and disharmony within the home and family system. Not take all the blame on yourself or push all the blame off, but look at it and go, okay, what's really important to me here? How do I create stability, and how do I maintain that stability moving forward in my personal life? Next, we have the Three of Wands and the Empress. So I feel like the first half of July, and again, the timing's going to vary in general readings, but I feel like, you know, April, May, and June, it's been a learning lesson. And for some Cancerians, it may have been easier. For some, it may have been a little harder. For some, this may have been a really difficult, super difficult. Some of you, it may be a little milder. That's going to differ in general readings. But I feel like there's been a lot of hard work and a lot of lessons learned. And here's where we start seeing things pay off. We have the Three of Wands and the Empress around the middle of the month, the third week of the month or so. The Three of Wands, fire energy. This is the energy of creation and artistry and creativity and manifesting, powerful change, movement energy. The Three of Wands is a card about beginning to see manifestations of what you've been working for. And I say beginning because we're still kind of early on in the path here. We're only at the 3, but there has been a lot of work done, because there's been 2 cards preceding this, the Ace and the 2. The Ace is an opportunity or a new beginning. The Two of Wands would be, but it requires action, because Wands is fire energy, so the energy of this suit requires action. It's active, dynamic fire energy. The Two of Wands, which precedes this, is about choosing the path you're going to go in based on the long-term goals of what you're hoping to work for. The Three of Wands, here we see this man who has started putting in the footwork. He's planted the seeds, he's laying the groundwork, and now he's watching his ship coming in. He's starting to see the fruits of that manifest. Not huge, we're at the 3 here, but it's starting to see your efforts pay off, of what you have been working for, and the seeds that you are now planting and nurturing in order to manifest that, which is further underscored by the fact that the Empress clarifies the Three of Wands, another major arcana card here. She is the traditional Earth Mother of the Tarot. She is about fertility, mothering, nurturing, the timing being right, because that's what fertility means. A fertile time means it's a good time, a right time to plant seeds to begin to grow and manifest. It clarifies the Three of Wands. So the seeds that you have planted, the initial work that you have begun to do based on lessons learned, you know, strife and discord and chaos and pain, it can be difficult to deal with, but within every difficult, challenging situation is an opportunity to re-examine ourselves, re-examine our choices and decisions, and change. Changing means we evolve, we grow, we mature, we bump up to the next level. There's been a lot of work done here, Cancerians. Good for you. The Empress represents that those seeds, you're now starting to see manifestations of those seeds, of this hard work that you've done. And again, it's about stability. The Empress, she's all about nurturing. Healthy nurturing is about stability. Planting anything requires careful attention. You can't go overboard either way, or you'll harm the thing that you're wanting to grow and manifest. So again, it's about taking aspects of our lives, Cancer. And some of you too, I feel like maybe money or finances have been an issue that's been involved in this conflict too. Some of you, it may be just one aspect. Some of you, it may be centered around that. I feel like it's been an issue in a primary relationship or other relationships, and also maybe in your relationship to money, finances, that part of your life too, creating a healthier relationship to that. And health means balance. Success comes from balance. Stability comes from balance. And it looks like there's been quite a bit of imbalance in the past. And we're working very hard to overcome that. And I feel like you are starting to see that, particularly in the last half of July. And I feel like you're seeing it not only in yourself and how you feel, but in your home life, your family life, your relationship life, your work, career, and financial life as well. And that's how we kind of end the month here with the King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. Pentacles is earth energy, Cancer. And in the tarot, this is, it's earthly concrete energy, and it usually represents things that are tangible. Money, finances, property, resources, etc. The results of the hard work we put into things. Kings and Queens represent individuals who are at the top of their game. Everybody starts out as a page in this life, young, immature, childish, childlike, and then we grow and mature and learn and evolve to the knight stage, still kind of spontaneous and impulsive, maybe a little obsessive. We work through that, mature, and we get to Kings and Queens who've reached the mastery of their suit, which means that they have reached, again, a balanced place in their life where they have mastered and are in control and in balance of the character traits that are inherent to their suit, earth energy, which is stable energy. This is stability. The King of Pentacles is the King of Pentacles because he's worked very hard to get to where he's at. He's been very, very measured and balanced and thoughtful and methodical in building up a good, solid, stable foundation for himself. And that comes from hard work and balance. And he probably, like everybody does, made mistakes on the way, but he's learned through those mistakes and learned through those choices how to make better ones as he's moved on, so he can get to a place where he's creating and has created a good, stable foundation for himself. For some of you, this may be another individual in your life in addition who might be manifesting as a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or like the King of Pentacles, who might be significant to you or significant in helping you. And for a lot of you, it's just coming to this place at the end of the month, finding yourself in this place at the end of July where you are feeling a lot more stable, secure, and balanced because of the lessons that you've learned. You're in the process of learning how to create that energy, manifestation energy, because I feel like it's a learning process for you, which is underscored by the fact that the Page of Pentacles clarifies the King of Pentacles. So here we have where we start off with here, the Page of Pentacles. Pages can be messages or messengers, but they're young people. It's young energy. They're just starting out. They're just learning about things. And the Page of Pentacles is just learning about the world, how things actually work in practical application, how things get done step by step and piece by piece. He's at the beginning of learning how to do that because the Page of Pentacles wants to grow and mature and evolve into the King of Pentacles. So where you find yourselves at the end of the month, Cancer, is working towards, some of you may reach this point at the end of the month, but I feel like for a lot of you, it's more that you're in this process of learning, okay, this is how it really works. This is how I really create stability for myself. And again, in a general reading, the specifics are going to vary. Some of you, it may be just around finances. But the thing is when we have imbalance in one area of our life, it tends to bleed out in other areas of our life. And I think that that's been the case, Cancer, for a lot of you in this situation, however it resonates for you. I feel like, you've come to a place where you're re-examining how you look at stability in your life and maybe going, okay, in this area I could make better choices, in this area I could make better choices. And those lessons have been kind of hard to learn, but you're working very hard step by step with that great earth energy too. To learn how to build that, and it requires sometimes looking under the covers in our souls and examining ourselves and going, yeah, I need to change that, and working on changing that step by step so that we're building towards this security and stability. And I feel like for a lot of us it's affected and is affecting, but there's an opportunity here to improve our relationships, particularly maybe a newly developing relationship. or the opportunity within a relationship that has been going through some rocky times, or a situation, regardless of the nature of that relationship, and improving upon that so that there's a chance to move forward in a different and better way. Because whoever this person is, for those of you for whom this is a relationship, romance or friendship or family-wise, it's karmic. You can't ever completely sever the ties with this person. It's karmic. And I feel like there's been a huge opportunity to learn and grow, which is why we have these karmic connections with people, because there's valuable lessons that we're meant to learn so that we can grow and evolve as human beings, which is why we're here. So, beautiful, powerful reading. I have this kind of feeling looking at this that I want to say, well done, Cancer. Well done. I feel like for a lot of you, and the intensity, of course, in general readings will vary, but I feel like for a lot of you, this has been a hard won battle, and I think that the victory for you, Cancer, is in the lessons that you've learned and the courage that it has taken to kind of look at whatever your part has been in this, kind of chaos or disruption, imbalance, doing something to access, not having a healthy relationship with things in our life that affect everything else, and going, okay, I'm going to start making some changes and actually doing the work and starting to see that work pay off. So well done. Beautiful. This is the kind of reading that underscores the entire reason, I feel, for our actually being here. So Cancer, that pretty much wraps up your July 2018 general reading. Kind of a heavy reading, huh? But positive. Not heavy, maybe significant, important, like evolutionary change. So that wraps it up, Cancer. Again, if any of you are interested in a more personal one-on-one reading with me, you can get all that information and contact details by clicking on the little About button you'll find on my YouTube channel's homepage, and or by clicking on the description bar of all the videos I post. Just email me directly at Maggie1 and I would be delighted to work with you and set something up for you as quickly as we can. For those of you who like to utilize the smartphone app Instantgo, you can also find me there under Irish Gypsy. That link is also included, and there's some new promotional channel package deals on that this month as well. So, Cancer, I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the July 2018 mid-month readings. And until then, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Take care, Cancer, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.